Hello, everyone, and welcome to the And I Thought podcast. And for once in my life, I didn't actually have to wonder what podcast it is, which I just got wrong because I just decided it will be a writing class podcast. Yeah, that's what happens when you have four of those things. You just be like, well, which one is it today? I feel like we're going to learn a lot about writing. So, writing class it is. And if we don't learn a lot about writing, I'll just keep asking writing questions until we learn something about writing. That's what happens when you're the host, I guess. I think. Anyway, I'm Wilnona, and high five to me for remembering to introduce myself with a slow mo dance, like it's an R&B song. And I have no rhythm, nor can I dance, so I need to stop that. I said, what is that? What is that? Anyway, I wrote books. Yeah, there was supposed to be a segue there, but I wrote books is the segue. And I thought divorce was bad, and I thought being grown up was easy. If only I me a memoir in verse, foreign coffee, with a webs and widow's debt. For all of y'all keeping count, that is six audiobooks. So you can get those wherever audiobooks are found, but there's another 21 of those things. Don't you love how I decide that I'm going to call my writing those things? And you can find those on www.andithoughladies.com. You know, having and I thought and then adding ladies to it makes it a whole title. So, put a .com on it and there you go. You'll find books. On second thought, you may not find books on that website, but go there and try anyway. Um, oh my goodness. Unfortunately, you're not here to listen to me make a fool of myself, which is sad. You're here to hear from my guests. I don't know how I feel about that, so let me shut up on that one. Oh my goodness, but wonderful guest, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, wonderful guest LeAnna here. I am a cozy mystery author. I write fantasy-based cozy mysteries. Another fun thing about myself is that I love capybaras, and I also have a dog who likes barging in on conversations.
I mean, what is the point of having a pet if they're not going to march in on your conversation and then try to either sit in your lap or get into the conversation because you're not paying attention to them?
Absolutely.
And also, they give us humorous things to write about because of what they do.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, I have no pets in any of my writing, just in case you were wondering. Oh, what made you get started in writing in general?
Um, I have always had a very active imagination from way back when I was a little kid. I had more imaginary friends than real friends. And that just kind of continued on through from elementary school to middle school, high school. I got taken out of school to homeschool because public education was failing me. I had late diagnosed dyslexia, which is a miracle that I even became a writer in the first place. Because, yeah, but my mom let me start writing as kind of a recess thing, where it's like the one time my grammar, punctuation, all that would not be graded or judged or.
Oh, that's amazing. You just get to tell the story. It's amazing how many of us write, but we're not great at grammar or
Yeah,
I was like, I wrote something for someone the other day. They were like, in punctuation. I'm like, that's what editors are for.
exactly.
And then to go get it edited, it came back beautiful. They're like, this is nice. I was like, yeah, that's what we're for. We have
Yeah,
imagination. We tell stories. They make sure it works.
exactly.
Not the people who are stuck there that are the civil engineers. We do not do that. Mm-mm. We come up with plans for cities. They put in roads and bridges. Anyway, but then you've gone into fantasy, cozy mystery. So normally when I think fantasy, I'm like big world building, heavy lifting on descriptions. But cozy mystery, it's like small towns and How does this work?
It actually works really well. When I started my series, the Mystic Ranch Mysteries, first thing that came up was, okay, I'm a huge fantasy mythology nerd. If if I were on the right show, I'd probably do the whole thing on mythology. I am not on the right show, so you are all spared of that. But it then started with I started looking into different mythologies, and I'm also part Native American, so I started looking into my Native American mythology, and that's when came across something that it's almost similar to elves. So I thought, okay, this could be fun, a Native American elf character. Next thing I know, she's got a ranch in southern Colorado in a small town, and everyone in the small town is a different mythical creature.
Okay, that's cool. I had so many other questions, but okay, that's cool had to come first. Next question. Obviously, your worlds of fantasy cozy mystery takes a lot of imagination and a bit of cross-genre jumping.
Yeah.
So, how do you feed your imagination to keep your characters fresh and your writing crisp? This is something I should be asking myself right now as I write a book.
When it comes to keeping my characters crisp, it's okay. I'm gonna sound very weird when I say this, but it is all them. I One of my favorite sayings I came across is I create the character, and from then on, I take dictation. So I am basically following around my character, Sabia, with my laptop saying, okay, what are you doing now?
Okay, that goes perfectly with like the characters always like take the lead and they'll be going down roads, exploring, tromping off in the woods. And you're like, I really, really, this is not where you're supposed to be. They're picking up leaves, collecting stones. You're like, come on now. But then, I mean, at the end, when they get to the end, you're like, this is much better. Yes, this is a lovely story now. Thank you. Hated the ride. Love the ending. So where did your character go that was just like, oh my god, why are we here?
That was okay. There were two instances like that. One was when I was first writing the first book, Mystic Ranch Mysteries Sparks of Suspicion. Uh, that actually started with the original main character was going to be Sabia's best friend, who runs the local coffee shop. Well, Centaur got shy, and she said, no, go focus on my friend Sabia over here. And that led to Sabia being the main character. The second instance was in the second book, Stock Show Stalker, and I had a side character who decided she was very much the one of the bad guys. So,
Isn't it fun though? It's like having a kid find their own little voice. Like, how I want to be. And you're like, I had plans for you. They were
yeah,
grandiose. And they're like, my life, my story.
absolutely.
So, if you were to jump into another genre, what genre do you think it would be?
Oh, I would actually love to backpedal my genres back to sci-fi. I started out as a sci-fi nerd. Still love, uh, Star Wars, Star Trek, Babylon 5, all those. And I would just love to try taking one of those worlds and cosifying it.
Please, please, please do that. I'm okay. So I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I woke up from taking a nap. So if you're wondering what on earth is Wilnona just like, she a regular host today? That's why. Because it snowed and I'm literally stuck in my house. But on the television, running in the background is Star Trek, and I can just imagine cosifying it, like really getting down there and making it cozy. Local coffee shop, like oh. the local doctor, the busybodies. Oh, yes, yes. This has to happen.
Maybe, yeah, maybe making that coffee shop kind of based off of, oh, what was the barkeep's name in
Yo,
Enterprise? Whoopi Goldberg played her.
that's exactly what I was thinking when I said local coffee shop. I was like, like the bar that they have. But I mean, the bartender needs, I feel like the bartender needs to be a little wilder, less about saving
Yeah, absolutely.
officers. Let's let loose. Like you have that crazy night there, and that is one of the reasons you start a mystery in the first place because someone left there or didn't leave there. One of these things.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe make her more like my character that owns the coffee shop, the lime green hair, the gauged earrings. This centaur is a punk rocker by night.
Exactly. That would be great. I'm loving this cozy world. Thank you. And when you write it, email me. I will be
Oh, absolutely.
sure. Which is saying a lot because I try not to read that much. I got a lot of writing. You know I read. First rule of writing, you have to read. Which
Oh
brings me,
yeah.
ooh, y'all, I'm about to segue. So celebrate this. Celebrate the segue. Since we were just talking about writing, which brings me to a writing question. If an
Ooh.
author were to do a cross genre or a blend, what are the three pieces of advice do you have to give for them to, start off doing that blend? Because right now you do fantasy and cozy. What if someone tries to do like noir and a little sci-fi?
Know the genres you're crossing. Be a fan of those genres you're crossing. Honestly, a sci-fi noir could do wonders if you know. I'm not saying you have to be an expert from like Dashiell Hammett to whoever the current noir writers are now, but at least know, say, your Thin Man from. I'm just going off movie titles right now, but your Thin Man from the Maltese Falcon, or
I'm loving both of the movies, thank you. So Star Trek's gonna get cut off, and I'm gonna start watching movies now. Thank you. This is a rating day, by the way, y'all. That's what's supposed to be happening for me. And then of course my follow-up question for genres is, oh, never mind. I just blanked. Nope. We're going to what snacks do you have for writing?
what snacks?
Because I mean
Oh,
every author has snacks that they eat.
oh yeah, and I am a chocoholic.
Awesome.
Actually, writing that 30 day push in November is basically an excuse for me to eat chocolate because for every 1,200 words I got written, I'd allow myself a piece of chocolate.
Exactly. You have to have. For me, it's a balance of the sweet and the salty. So I have fruit gushers and y'all. I'm sorry, fire funyuns. Those flavors do
Ooh,
not go together, but they like balance out nicely. I guess like you're eating them and you're like, I need something sweet, and that gusher just makes everything sweet. Does not taste right at all, but it evens it out. Every time I put it, I'm like, oh god. Mm, okay, it's even. I only need one gusher per like every 16 funyuns. A nice ratio going.
yeah, you gotta have that balance. You gotta have that balance.
Yours is chocolate per every 1,200 words. The ratio makes us move. Otherwise, we
Yeah.
done. Okay, I do remember that question, by the way. What tropes do you think should definitely be included if you're meshing together two genres? For you, specifically cozy and fantasy.
uh Cozy tropes. Definitely have your amateur sleuth. They are fun no matter how incompetent they make your local police force look. And for fantasy, I did incorporate the magic of fantasy, but I gave it modern twists. Like, I have one character who is a techno mage. They can go into, say, you have your cell phone that the bad guy dropped, you don't know how to get into it. They can just wave their hand over it, strings of lime green ones and zeros swirl around them, and you got your data.
Nice. It also takes out the research of the technology. You don't have to do that. Darn.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So, I had a question about that I wanted answered.
Oh.
Yes. Is there any way to write a cozy without having the police force in it? Pretty much at all.
Yeah, it's possible. All you need really is the amateur sleuth, and just make sure justice gets served at the end.
Duly noted. And I'm going to work harder on that. Thank you. Okay. So, can you tell us a bit about your favorite book in your series?
Oh, that's tough. I love all of them. But really, I think my favorite is the third, which is called Curses and Vows. And that is because I work so much of Choctaw traditions and things into the story. My main character has a wedding dance done because it is her wedding day, and
That is awesome. Oh, you sound like you have a blast researching, though.
oh, I love researching for these books. They're fun. Currently working on the fifth book, trying to get my editor moving on the fourth book. um, but the fifth book is going to involve Selkies, which are an Irish mermaid.
Nice. Okay, we got mermaids and a town with coffee shops that feels Colorado-ish. I'm looking forward to seeing how this works out.
Well, in this case, it won't be set in Colorado. The main character is
Okay.
off to a family reunion in Seattle, one of the islands off the western coast. So,
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I could see that the Sulkies being there. I was like, okay, so we have a large pond. I'm assuming or a lake where the mermaids live. Seattle, the whole coast. That makes much more
yeah.
sense. So you also have a podcast, by the way, which we were on.
Oh,
Yay! Thank you. By the way, that was awesome. It was wonderful chit chat. You guys should go check that episode out. Uh, why did you start a podcast? How much fun are you having running it?
oh, I love running. Okay, the podcast started out being called The Cozy Sleuth because cozies, detectives, all that. But as I started looking more into the cozy genre, I found there were more branches that people need to hear about. So I opened it up and called it Cappy's Cozy Chair now. One, because capybaras are my favorite animal. In fact, right next to me, I have a capybara lamp. And so, yeah, check me out on Cappy's Cozy Chair. And I love talking to authors about their cozy worlds.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we talk much about our worlds. We just laughed
Oh,
a lot.
oh, that was a blast, and I love those episodes too, where it's just kind of like, hey, I'm having fun with my writer friends, and
Well, it's like one day I'm gonna get good at actually selling the product I showed up on a podcast to do, but that day wasn't it. Another
oh,
day.
trust me, it seems like writers are never really all that great about selling their own products.
Oh my goodness, it's so true. It's so true. I want to thank you so much for being here with us today, but can you tell us before we leave where you find out more information about you, about your podcast, about your books?
You can find information about me on Amazon.com, my author page, LeAnna Shields. Uh, be sure to check out my books, Mystic Ranch Mysteries. Those are great. You can also find out more about me on Facebook, on my coffee site, coffee.com/Cappy's Cozy. And yeah, that's where you can find me.
Hey, thank you for telling us so that we can get into the mystical ranch. Oh my goodness, it sounds so awesome. All right, now I'm like, man, I need to like read these more. Thank you for this. I have something, you have a TBR pile that never ever gets done.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
going on the pile.
That thing is
Let me
you
try.
that thing is something you will to the next generation.
Pretty much. And then you watch them read it from the afterlife.
Yeah.
Didn't know what happened in that book anyway. Shoot. There we go. That's what happened. You were like, yes, good job, Grandad. Good job. Oh my goodness, I should wrap this up for me. Go figure. I'm Wilnona, and I'm one of the And I Thought ladies, one half of the And I Thought ladies. And again, you can find everything your ladies are up to at www.andithoughladies.com. And while you're there, go down to the bottom of the page, and you can see the charities that we proudly support. We ask that you take a little moment and support them too. That does not always have to mean a monetary donation. You can get your hands dirty and go over to Ethiopia and build an orphanage, or call them up and see what kind of information knowledge gap they have, and maybe you can be able to fill that. However you decide to help them, we thank you in advance for that. Remember that wisdom is all around you if you're open to finding it and accepting it. So peace and love, you guys, from Wilnona and the Missing Jade. Oh yeah, thanks for listening.